What's up, Commanders Nation? Today we've got two exclusive potential moves that could shake up the next few weeks. And trust me, you won't want to look away from what I'm about to tell you. Just imagine one of the most explosive players in the league, a guy who could become a centerpiece in our offense, maybe packing his bags for Washington. And no, this isn't just another wild rumor floating around. This comes straight from the latest behind-the-scenes buzz surrounding the Commanders. And hey, don't forget to smash that like button. It only takes a second. Let's get into it. Over the last few days, rumors have been picking up steam. This player is officially on the trade radar, and the Washington Commanders are emerging as one of the top contenders to land him. Now, why does this matter so much to us? Simple. Adam Peters is running the show in the front office, and he's bringing a bold, calculated vision for rebuilding this franchise. And here's the kicker. Peters knows this player better than most. He spent years building winning rosters behind the scenes with other teams. Now, as GM of the Commanders, he's got full control and the perfect opportunity to pull off a genius move. Is this just a coincidence? I don't think so. Now listen, this isn't just any trade we're talking about. I'm talking about Brandon Aiyuk, star wide receiver for the San Francisco 49ers. Aiyuk isn't just a decent option, he's an elite vertical threat, a nightmare for opposing defenses when healthy. In 2023, he put up jaw-dropping numbers over 1,300 yards and had standout performances that even won over rival fans. San Fran's president of football ops, John Lynch, tried to downplay things, saying, "You take some calls, but come on, if you're taking calls, you're open to dealing." And with his fifth-year option of nearly $23 million set to hit on April 1st, the Niners clearly need to make some cap space. Coincidence again? Highly doubtful. Now here's where the Commanders may come in blazing. With plenty of cap space and a roster still being rebuilt, Washington might be the perfect landing spot. Picture this. Rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels, likely our QB1, slinging deep balls to Aiyuk. Just imagining it gives me chills. That combo of young firepower and proven veteran talent could catapult our offense to a whole new level. And with this franchise still carving out its identity, landing a game breaker like Aiyuk could be the dramatic turning point we've been craving for years. But hold on, this isn't all sunshine and roses. Aiyuk's health raises a big red flag. He suffered serious ACL and MCL injuries in 2024, and it's still uncertain whether he'll be ready by the start of the 2025 season. And that's where the big dilemma kicks in. Is it worth investing heavily in a player with that recent medical history? Should we go all in now, or play the long game with the draft and look toward 2026? Honestly, I'm torn. But there's no denying the kind of boost he'd bring to the locker room and the field. And here's the kicker, mark your calendars, because the NFL annual meeting kicks off on March 30th down in Palm Beach. That's the kind of high-level environment where blockbuster deals are quietly stitched together, handshakes, private meetings, the whole deal. And with that $23 million bonus deadline looming on April 1st, decisions will need to be made fast. Like a 2-minute drill, timing is everything. And Peters will need to act with surgical precision if he wants to seal this deal. If you're like me and you're tired of seeing our defense fall apart in crucial moments, check this out. There's a buzz brewing behind the scenes that could bring in a pass rusher who perfectly fits our new defensive coordinator Dan Quinn's style. And the best part? He might come at an affordable price. But the question is the risk really worth the reward? Stick with me until the end of the video because I'll break it all down and show you why this potential trade could be the key to dominating the NFC. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications. There's good stuff coming your way. Let's get straight to the point. The Commanders have been busy in the market, and even after landing star names like Deebo Samuel and blindside protector Laramie Tunsil, there's still one piece missing from the puzzle, a high-impact edge rusher. The most recent rumor? Trey Hendrickson from the Bengals, an absolute beast when it comes to getting after the quarterback. That said, all signs point to Cincinnati trying to lock him down with a contract extension. That's where Plan B comes into play, and it's one that's starting to grab attention. Ogbo Okoronkwo from the Cleveland Browns. He might fly under the radar compared to the bigger names out there, but hear me out. There's way more to like here than you might think at first glance. The idea was brought up by Christopher Knox, an analyst over at Bleacher Report. He floated the possibility that Adam Peters, our new GM, who's already shown he's not shy about making bold moves, could give the Browns a call and try to bring Okoronkwo in at a reasonable price. Now, Okoronkwo isn't a top-tier name across the league, but the numbers show he can absolutely produce, especially in the right system. Over the last 2 seasons, the guy has racked up 7.5 sacks, 14 QB hits, and 17 tackles for loss. Not bad at all for someone who's played in a rotational role. Here's the exciting part. With the arrival of Dan Quinn and Joe Witt Jr., our defensive staff is embracing a whole new identity. Quinn loves versatility in his pass rushers. He looks for guys with the right frame, physicality, and quickness off the edge to do some real damage. And in that context, Okoronkwo fits like a glove. Even if he hasn't been a breakout star yet, he has all the tools to blow up in the right system, and guess what? We might just have that perfect environment right now. Let's talk numbers for a second. Ogbo's contract only carries a cap hit of about $5.28 million in 2025. For an edge rusher with his traits and upside, that's a pretty solid value deal. The Browns, meanwhile, may be heading into a retooling phase, and with the cap challenges they're facing, it might not be too crazy for them to accept a low-cost draft pick in return. This kind of move wouldn't break the bank, and if you look at it closely, the risk-to-reward ratio actually skews in our favor. Now, sure, there's a catch. The Commanders don't have a ton of high draft capital left in the 2025 draft. Just 5 picks, with 2 of them way down in the 6th and 7th rounds. But let's be real here. The chances of scoring a plug-and-play contributor that late in the draft are slim. So why not flip one of those low-value picks for a guy who's already proven he can produce, especially one who might thrive under this new coaching staff? Think about it. Imagine a pass rush rotation that includes Okoronkwo coming off the edge, taking some pressure off the starters, and straight up haunting opposing quarterbacks. If we're serious about contending with explosive offenses like San Francisco and Dallas, we're going to need more juice when it comes to getting after the QB. A player like Ogbo, raw talent, room to grow, might be exactly what this defense needs to take that next leap. And let's not forget, Dan Quinn has a proven track record of working magic with players like this, especially in Dallas. If he can replicate that in Washington, look out. Another thing worth noting, this offseason, our front office made it very clear they're focused on winning now. They didn't bring in Samuel and Tunsil to wait 2 or 3 years. They want to compete today. That adds even more weight to the logic here. If there's a time to roll the dice on a deal like this, it's right now. Our young roster needs leadership, but it also needs that edge to win the big games. Players like Ogbo might not light up the marquee, but they bring exactly that kind of energy. But here's the key. We've got to pull the trigger soon. Organized team activities are just around the corner, and the earlier this defense builds chemistry, the better. The NFL season is a meat grinder, and preparation time makes a huge difference. If the Commanders really want to make some noise in the NFC, the window to act is right now. What today looks like a minor trade could turn out to be the move that changes the entire course of the season. Now, I've got a bombshell that's going to make you rethink everything you think you know about our offseason. But hey, before jumping into the video and all the details, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because here, it's 100% content for those who live and breathe Commanders football. After a season that caught everyone off guard with the Commanders securing a playoff spot, expectations for this offseason were sky high. Let me tell you, these guys didn't disappoint right out of the gate. They brought in none other than Deebo Samuel, one of the most explosive names in the NFL, and bolstered the protection with tackle Laramie Tunsil. It was the kind of bold move that makes the fan base go, are they seriously going all in? But as not everything is sunshine and rainbows, the buzz cooled off a bit when we saw the team wasn't as active during free agency as many had hoped. But here's the key thing. Quantity doesn't always mean quality. And it looks like Sports Illustrated picked up on exactly that when evaluating the NFC offseason as a whole. Journalist Gilberto Manzano gave the Commanders a B+ grade. Now, we could argue we deserved an A-, but let's be real. After years of questionable decisions, we're finally seeing an offseason with actual planning. That said, Manzano did raise an important red flag we shouldn't ignore. Samuel has struggled to recapture the magic of his 2021 season, and Tunsil, well, he's coming off 2 seasons where the Texans' offensive line was a complete mess. And you know what stands out to me here, fans? This kind of analysis shows just how much every detail matters. The truth is, both Samuel and Tunsil have the talent to be stars, but they need to find that rhythm again. And let's be honest, the environment in Washington today is completely different. The culture has changed, and the vibe is all about smart rebuilding, not desperation. If they play at their peak, we can absolutely, without hesitation, call ourselves legit Super Bowl contenders. That's what's on the line, literally. And it's not just blind fan hype. There are tactical and technical arguments backing it up. Now, if we zoom out and think about the NFC East context, things get even more intriguing. The Philadelphia Eagles are still the team to beat, but the Commanders' moves are signaling a real narrowing of the gap. With a tough schedule, a solid foundation, and star players who can flip a game at any moment, this team looks ready to go toe-to-toe with anyone. And that's not even counting the defensive adjustments expected to come through the draft, which could round out the complete package we've been dreaming about for years. So, the question that won't go away, and that I really want your opinion on in the comments, is this. If Deebo Samuel and Laramie Tunsil play at their absolute best, do you think the Commanders win the division and make it to the Super Bowl? Drop your thoughts below and let's talk about it. I want to hear from real fans. And of course, if you enjoyed this content and want more breakdowns like this, Go ahead and subscribe now, because here we cover everything, minute by minute, on our Commanders' road to glory.